Oh my gosh, are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
Right? Yeah.
We're live.
Yeah, I'm just distracted by this one little stain on your pants.
Oh, there's more.
I love those pens though.
Me too. Where are
It's-
those from?
There's another stain there too.
What are those stains?
Don't know.
Don't go into detail.
Actually, I think they're lip gloss.
Oh,
No,
your lip
that's right.
gloss is popping. Your lip gloss is cool.
Yeah, but it like never
Did
came
we do a
out.
mic
These
check by
are
any chance?
from- Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you know what that song is? My lip gloss is popping. My
Duh.
lip gloss is cool. Who sings it? All the boys get jogging. They say me at the school.
What is her name?
We'll wait.
I have no idea.
I have no
actually.
idea what you guys are talking about.
Well, you guys
English
are
is not my
from
first
Eastern Europe.
language.
Little Mama.
Oh, I was gonna say Lil Kim,
Okay,
but same.
that would be wrong.
Yeah, but
Also not the same.
no, not the same. But same starts with a name.
Lil
Same starts with a name.
apostrophe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Behind the Sign, where the mess and the money just keeps rolling through. I painted up a new tagline.
Love that.
Wait, I have a question. How do you, now that we've started like posting and seeing ourselves like on video, like what is your feedback for yourself?
I need to change everything.
What do you mean?
I need to really do
Are
my
we-
hair better.
Okay, there was one video where my hair was like this in the back, and no one said anything.
Okay, so see, I didn't even notice.
I mean, dude, have you seen my hair? Like,
Yeah, we
I
have.
know, but you're you. I mean,
you're you.
Look
it works
at
for
you.
you.
This
Messy
is
hair
fine.
works for you.
Like-
We kind of
No.
match.
I like really wanted to wear this top today, but I've been like having anxiety about how it's gonna look on camera. Like I'm like, oh my
Oh.
god, what if I look like a monster? Like you know
But
what
you
I
look
mean?
really good in like puffy sleeves and stuff like that. If that's what you're talking about.
There's no
Which
sleeves.
is the opposite of
No,
what
no,
you
no.
have on
Oh,
right now.
I thought that you meant another top. Sorry.
No, this
I
top.
thought. Oh, okay. So you thought about not wearing, but you wore it. I thought there was
I
something
wore it.
else.
No,
Okay.
no, but like
Oh, you
ever
look really
since I
cute.
made the decision, and honestly, I had to make the decision because it took me 25 minutes to slick my hair back, so I couldn't change my top.
Mm.
You know?
And what happened? I gave you a compliment when I walked in.
Yeah,
Nick
but we
gave-
don't know.
No, Nick gave you a compliment
Yeah,
when
that
you
looks-
walked
that
in.
looks nice,
He
right?
That's
said I
it.
look like a ballerina.
well, yeah, this thingy.
But
like,
we don't know what it's gonna look like on camera, which was Joe's question. Like when you see yourself on camera,
Yeah.
you're like, oh
Oh.
no.
You're like, I need to pull my chin back and my shoulders
Yes.
forward because I
I
do
know.
this.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm like twitchy. Like I'm just like looking around.
Same.
And, like,
I
I'm
do like I
doing-
do like this a lot for some reason. I don't know.
We're-
We're
It's
all a
weird
little
though.
twitcher, I think.
Yeah,
except
like I'm just
You're
like
like-
looking around, like do, like chill.
Well,
Yep.
you're also where you guys are sitting. We have the vantage point of seeing everybody. You two, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
that's
do have to
right.
turn
Yeah, I
right
have-
and left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
so-
really want to switch my seat though, so you're stuck with that.
I don't know. That feels like the
Okay.
Birkin conversation again. I don't know. I'm out of my depth.
What are we talking about today?
We have a few things to discuss. They're not as like real estate forward. They're more
Oh.
like
I
Good,
love it.
because I'm thinking about quitting anyway.
same. Aren't we all?
Again?
Again,
Just
just again
every
this
fucking
week.
That
week
time
you're
of the
quitting.
week.
Yep.
Before we start, let's just take a poll. How many times have you thought about quitting since we recorded our last episode, which was 2 weeks ago?
0.
Okay.
I mean, I'm being
Okay.
honest. I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
So you're happy.
A couple times.
Fuck yeah.
A couple
Yeah.
times. I frequently consider moving back to Europe and just not working
Really?
and drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes on the patio all day.
What would you do for money?
I don't know. I would
Hmm.
bartend somewhere.
Yeah. Where would
Find
you
a man.
move in Europe? Would you move back?
I'm married, but
Yeah.
damn it.
A different
Damn it.
man.
There's a flaw in this.
Look away.
We'll cut that out.
You're like, I'm actually just looking to change everything.
Actually, everything. I would like pick a Southern Europe, like
Okay.
Greece
Ooh,
or
Spain.
Italy or Spain. Yeah, Portugal maybe. Portugal is like cheap as fuck too.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Seville. If I ever move to Europe, it's going to be Spain and it's going to be Seville. I fell in love with the city. It's walkable. Everything is so
Everything in
delicious.
Europe is walkable.
People look so happy there, though. They just
I have a dream.
We're supposed
I
to be
want
selling Chicago.
Every friend to have like a place somewhere in Europe at the retirement age, so that like I can
hop
like
around.
yeah, you're just
that
like
would be
oh
so
let's go
cool.
visit Nick in Seville or like oh let's go visit Anastasia in like Porto or something.
Yeah, that would
and then
be
we have
awesome.
Joe in I don't know Milan or I don't know.
Oh, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That
Where
sounds
about?
I
correct.
do know you.
Yes.
I went to Mallorca last year, and
So
my
perfect. Oh, yeah.
like family friends are like, "Oh, like so and so has a house there." I was like, "Oh, well, would have been nice." to know
Where's
before
your
I
last
did."
name from? Is it Italian or Spanish?
Italian.
Italian?
But it's confusing because my last name is the name of a city.
Yeah,
in
Catalonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a region, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Catalan
no,
Catalan region, yeah.
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 Where
Yeah.
Barcelona is.
yes.
So I went to Wheaton, Illinois, and that felt like I was going to Europe. Because it was so far. I did
does
bring my
feel like that.
passport.
And then you got hit there and you were like, oh no, this is Canada.
Yeah, literally, I was like, whoop, wrong direction. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Like, this is nothing like Europe.
At all. Okay, so we are talking about real estate, or we're not
Okay,
talking about real
no,
estate?
we are. I
Well,
pulled
you
together.
didn't say how many times you thought about quitting.
Oh, too
Okay.
The
much.
Calling
limit
you
does
out
not
on it.
exist. Like, genuinely, if I have 5,000 thoughts a day, there's at least 1,000 of them.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
everything's good.
At least once.
Do you just want to see how red my face gets after I run?
Not really.
You're so mean.
I put that picture into ChatGPT and I was like, is this normal?
Where did you run?
I'm like,
Hmm.
not at Barry's.
To decompress from your.
Yeah, and it
Career.
obviously made me.
Is that real? That
That's
looks like you
real.
just
Let me
got
see.
microneedled.
Let me
No,
see.
it looks like I.
Oh my god.
It looks like my face is like burnt to a crisp. Yeah, it looks like I got like
Well,
a
it was
chemical
also so
burn.
humid
Where the fuck
yesterday.
did you run in an oven?
How
No,
long,
this
how long
was
did you run
Saturday.
for?
Oh, it was okay.
Like 40 minutes.
Oh damn! You did like 5 miles.
Well,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
it takes me like a little bit over an hour to do 5 miles.
Okay.
But that was like 3. That was like 3.5.
They have been to Barry's. I'm just saying you have not.
I know.
I need to go
well,
back.
Joe, listen. Before I started running like 2
Is
months
this going to
ago.
be a long story?
No. Before I started running like 2 months ago, I had not run probably since middle school. Like, genuinely, I couldn't, when I started running, I couldn't even run for 5 minutes straight. So I'm like, I can't go to a Barry's class.
You
Like,
can walk on the treadmill.
But,
Actually
like-
happened to me once. I was really hungover. And for whatever reason, everybody started on the treadmill. So when I switched to the treadmill, there was only me and one other girl that couldn't run because I was so hungover. That felt like such a piece of shit. You're like, let's go, incline, like speed it up. And I'm like, I'm just going to walk it. Like
You're
4
good at
the
what
incline.
you do at Barry's, though. By the way, it's
Mhm.
very entertaining. I tried a couple of classes.
Am I
in
good at what
Midtown.
I do here, or just or
Yes.
that,
Well,
that
oh
seemed
my God,
like a
of
course. Let's keep it-
that seemed
that's
like
why
a
you're
backhanded
here.
compliment.
Let's keep it to Barry's for now. But yeah, I took a couple of classes. Well, one of those like Orange Theory type of Barry's
Oh, yeah.
classes in Midtown.
Oh, they suck.
Seriously, not the same vibe though. It's so bad. You're
Well, they're
good
all
at what
knockoffs. We're the
Mm.
original.
you're
Yeah.
good at what you do.
I
Thank
took
you.
Midtown's version of Barry's. It wasn't.
oh, wow. Well, now that I can run 5 miles, like I could do a Barry's class.
Can you get your face under control first before?
No. Like, no, I asked ChatGPT. They said it's normal.
Oh, good, perfect. Okay, come,
there's
come
nothing I
one, come
can
red
do.
face and all.
Yeah, we could take a selfie after class.
Great.
And you can post it on your feed.
Oh my god. Okay, perfect. I love to post.
Awesome.
Okay.
You do love to post.
So I was looking on Reddit before while I was on my way into the office, and I found some just like kind of funny stories relating to real estate. There is one that's more like advice. Actually, I picked 4 stories. So we can kind of like choose the last one.
Okay.
But yeah. What was I saying?
You were saying how you waited till last minute to find your Reddit stories on
I
your way
know.
into the office, but you have 4 to choose from.
But I have 4 to choose from.
I'm
There's-
terrified that one day we're gonna read a story. I'm gonna be like, oh, this is
About
me.
me.
No,
Yeah.
same. Every time,
But it's not Chicago specific, correct?
no.
Okay.
It's all over. But sometimes I read them and I'm like,
Should
Yeah.
we shift maybe one of those podcasts to pick specifically Chicago real estate related stories, or we should keep it like
Yeah.
Are they on
nation,
there?
or
It's
we
not
should
that
kinda like-
many.
how to.
Are there any
There-
subreddits for Chicago
I
specifically?
did check them
Maybe.
out. They're just like there's not like sometimes if there's something good that comes up because I think there's Chicago real estate subreddit or Chicago something, but a lot of them were like too specific.
Yeah.
Of, like what do I do? And then there's like 2 comments on it. And
Yeah.
Okay.
that's just not unhinged enough for you, Nick.
All right, hit me with your best shot.
Okay.
Who sings that song? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
I don't know, but I played it on Guitar Hero.
Yes, you did. You don't know.
No.
Eastern
I
European.
know the song. I just don't
Hold on,
know
hold
who
on,
sings
hold
it.
Eastern European.
Oh, it's Pat Benatar. Okay,
Oh, I
Okay.
never would have guessed
I would
that.
I
never
would
guess
never
it.
guess it.
I was
If you
gonna say
would've
Bon
gone to my
Jovi or some
head.
shit.
Bon
Yes.
Jovi.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, same. I would have said something like
Just
that.
because it's on Guitar Hero.
Like
Yeah.
Journey or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
My house is filling with shit, literally, and I bought it 14 days ago. I had a home inspection and everything. Wait, what? I had a home inspection where everything was fixed. We closed 14 days ago. Took about that long to move in, and we have stayed here for 2 days. If you flush the downstairs toilet, the upstairs bathtub fills with shit. The downstairs shower bubbles up into the upstairs toilet. My real estate agent is dealing with the contractor, but what do I need to prepare for?
You got to build a time machine and go back and do a sewer scope.
But would a sewer scope find that? Like, what's
Is it
causing
coming-
that?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the sewer. Well,
Hmm.
huh.
I'm
That's the
stumped.
best I got. I don't know.
I mean,
A plumber would.
A plumber
fi-
needs to come
yeah,
in.
But you don't
obviously
do a
plumber
plumbing
needs
ins-
to come in.
Well, the inspector.
Well, you
would
can do a plumbing
flush and run
inspection,
everything,
though.
right?
Yeah, they usually flush and run and fill every tub. So if they flush the toilet,
Okay, I have a follow up question for you guys. Kind of going off this, would you run all of that stuff during a final walkthrough?
I turn on the faucet.
Yeah, I
Yes.
turn on the
Yeah.
water. I don't flush every toilet though.
I
No.
flush the toilets and I check the hot water.
Do you run the washer dryer?
No.
During a final
No.
walkthrough?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
No, it's gonna.
No, but
yeah,
I had a
it's-
listing, and during the final walkthrough, it was 45 minutes, and they did almost
They
a
did.
whole full fucking inspection.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I doing final walkthroughs wrong?
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Was somebody living there? Was it still like up until the very day of the closing or the day before, whatever?
Sure,
Did
yeah,
the sellers
ish.
move out?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of. If the inspection was 30 days ago, and the sellers keep living there and they keep running the laundry, they might have broken something. So I see it, but I don't.
But
do
I
it.
wouldn't be able to tell, really. Like,
Yeah.
it starts, but it doesn't do like a full cycle. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
an inspector.
yeah,
I have no
right.
idea
And
what
you're
to
not gonna
look
spend
for.
an
hour doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like there's no way that you would know this. Like, because, okay, like they're saying when you flush the downstairs toilet, the upstairs bathroom fills up. But it's like, if they're flushing the downstairs bathroom, like, would they go back up to the upstairs bathtub to
Yeah,
look
I
at
don't
it?
know.
No.
And it also may be something that the sellers might have not even been aware of, too. 'Cause,
It
like,
seems
in case.
like it's difficult to not be aware of it.
No, but like
when
if
you're
you
living in
don't
it.
really use your downstairs bathroom or something.
Yeah.
But
or
that's
I
something
don't
that
know.
would have
I mean-
happened between inspection and closing. Because the
Potentially.
inspector would have found
Yeah.
that.
But I see
'Cause they
what you're
fill the tub and
saying. If they
everything.
go from top to the bottom and they flush and fill the tub and then they go downstairs, they wouldn't like go back
Right.
upstairs.
Oh, I see what you're
That's
saying.
what I'm
Order
saying.
of operations, PEMDAS, you would
Uh-huh.
go
Yes.
down to down up to
PEMDAS.
down.
Wow.
Wow.
that is.
Okay. Big words.
Did you guys do PEMDAS in Eastern Europe for math class?
Definitely not.
Okay.
They were just like, multiply that.
I had 8 hours of math in my during high school, so
I hate
8 hours of math, like
a week.
period.
A week.
And weren't you like a math major? Or
I
something?
was in high
Yeah.
school. I was.
I hated
math
math so
and
bad.
physics.
In high school.
Mhm.
You majored in stuff in high school?
Yeah, our high school was math and physics major. So we had 4 hours of physics per week and 8 hours of math.
Meanwhile-
same
Have
with
I
us.
I
never
would
done-
not have been in that school.
Same with us. Where
Never
I
touched
major
it, never
economics.
again.
You
Oh.
were what?
Economics.
Oh, that's why you're so good at numbers and stuff.
And counter to that, I really hated math though. I
didn't
still
enjoy it
do.
either. I graduated and went to linguistics.
Right. Okay.
I was like, I never want to do a math equation ever again. in my
Well,
life.
here in the
yeah.
U.S., we are dismantling the Department of Education. So,
So yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it
Who
was
cares?
pretty shitty to begin.
yeah. So here we go.
We learned like all the wrong history.
Well, okay. So for this specific thing, I personally think this sounds like a sewer problem though, because usually, if let's say you have a collapsed pipe outside, let's say 10 feet off the house, right? So you can flush the toilet probably like 6 or 7 times, or even more. You can flush the toilet probably 30 times prior to
Until
the
it starts
prior
backing
to the
up.
sewer, prior to the backup hitting that collapse, and then everything starts coming back.
Oh.
But I'm not a plumber, so I don't know why would which it makes sense though. Like if it backs up to the toilet downstairs, then the only
there's another
way
route
to go
upstairs.
up, yeah.
Oh.
So, smart.
it sounds like
Economics.
economics. Sounds like a sewer scope, right? It sounds like a sewer problem, like a collapsed
Yeah,
pipe.
so
Mm.
maybe they should have done a sewer scope if they didn't. But also, I feel like this is kind of one of those things. I feel like the agent's really good for like after closing, like being
Yeah.
dealing with the contractor and stuff. Because
Um,
a lot of times, like after closing, like
so
well,
we don't do that, but
but
there
it's
are a
just
lot
like-
of people
Yeah.
who are people who bought with somebody else before and then come back to us like years later for their second home or for their sale. A lot of times, be like, my agent sucked. They never spoke to them again.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but before I close, I'm like, if you need A, B, C, and D
Yeah,
from a
yeah,
vendor
yeah.
list, like I can provide
Yeah.
that. So especially if they're using someone after they close,
Mhm.
that I
Yeah.
recommend it,
Right,
and they have
that's-
questions, comments, or concerns, I feel like
sure.
obligated to.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
Keep on it.
good that this person's helping you instead of like leaving you high and dry.
Mm.
But also, I kind of feel like this is one of those things that kind of just like happens. Like
Homeownership.
Just home ownership. Like you would never are gonna know every single issue
Yeah.
with a home until you move in. It's just like impossible.
Yeah.
And you
and
kind of
because
just
something works, it can stop working 2
Right.
months from now. I've had clients who, and there's unfortunately nothing you can do. Like you buy a unit, and I had a client whose AC broke like 2 months after it,
Yep.
but it worked during that time. That's all you can really
Right.
tell.
yeah.
And I had somebody who's like washer or dryer died, one of those two.
Right.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Right.
Nothing.
Like it just happens. Like, yeah, after I moved into my condo, my fridge like started leaking. And like obviously it wasn't doing that like during the inspection. And I'm like, but what are you gonna do? Like that's just the joys
But
of owning
sometimes
a
they
home.
love to blame us that we didn't catch this Morpheus thing that now is happening.
Like there's just no way to be able to know everything that's gonna happen in the future. Like you can do an inspection and find out the potential issues, but you never know. Like things can always come up out of the
Well,
blue.
that's why I like good inspectors. For example, I love Corey from Pinnacle. Like he actually walks the clients and tells them specifically what can go wrong in the next 3 to 4 years.
Mhm.
Roof, gutters, windows, sewer, appliances, mechanicals, because there are probably like 6 or 7 major categories in the house that potentially can go wrong, except from the freak accidents like, oh, branch fell on my roof. I mean, you can't do anything about it.
Mhm.
You can prepare for it by, hey, there is a big tree in your backyard. Maybe call the city, pay $5,000 to kind of trim the whole thing down. That's one thing that you can prevent. But yeah, you can't prepare for everything.
No.
It's impossible. Like you
Yeah.
can't predict the future. So yeah, unfortunately,
And
this
isn't
person.
there like a figure like you should save like 3% of like the purchase price every year or something for like potential repairs
Pay
or
yourself an
stuff?
HOA, yeah.
But isn't it like 3% or something like that?
I don't know the specific number.
Yeah.
That seems
It's
high.
up to everyone's financial capability. Depend what kind of house you buy. If you buy a $300,000 house and you make like, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000 a month, I don't think you'll be able to save like a.
I think
don't
it's
know,
more so
1,000
probably the
bucks.
part of that savings that's not like, emergency fund.
Yeah. But I feel like somebody said it one time to me and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But I feel like it was a number that
Mhm.
was like, you should save this amount every year just so you have it in case like you're in a condo, there's a special assessment, or
Mhm.
your laundry machine breaks, like, or
Mhm.
whatever, like just to, and then also like routine maintenance stuff. Like
Pay
if you
yourself,
need to
pay,
get
pay
your
yourself an
gutters
HOA,
clean, or you need
technically.
to get your ducts clean. Or
I'm
whatever.
really bad at saving, so I would need to
Oh
be
my
put on a
God.
payment plan if
Yeah.
something were to happen.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm with you. I
Thankfully, nothing has happened in our condo yet.
Didn't
Although
you
I
just
Oh, you
renovate the whole
renovated.
yeah,
thing?
you just renovated it.
well, part of it.
Where did you save for that, or like where's that coming from?
Well, it's coming from everything that
Henry.
comes in goes out. I'll say that. Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it was like, okay, you're doing pretty well. We can start the renovation, but everything that's coming in is going out.
Yep. Yeah.
And now we have to buy furniture.
And so now you need to close.
So I really need that Lincoln Park house to get under contract.
Yeah.
Based on your real estate experience, do you think that improvement of the house will actually increase the value by a lot, or you're just doing it just because you absolutely love it and you want to live in better luxury type of lifestyle?
Yeah, we've talked about this for even before we bought it, but like we'll probably always have it as an investment property.
Okay.
So the rent would be pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
So I don't know, but I'm always like, I like to move. Like I hate being in the same spot. So I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe we should put it on the private market and just see.
If you have the money, would you prefer to live in a single family, like
No.
outskirts, or you always want to live in condos
Condo.
because it's more convenient?
He was just saying yesterday he does not get the hype of Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Again,
I
based
don't
on
get the
that?
hype of living in a single
Nick,
family
say
home
the
either.
park.
Joseph,
I don't
you
understand it. It's
been
because
to
I had
the
a showing.
park?
I had a
should I
showing.
give you
in
the
Lincoln
park speech again?
I just am like, it's nice. But then when you look at the home prices, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You can't go more north to Lakeview?
Yeah.
Or you can't go to Old Town? Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
It's
Old Town
really
is
about
a
the
very
park?
different vibe. I agree with you on Lakeview, but Lakeview has much worse schools than Lincoln Park does.
Right. So, okay. Yeah. And so
Backpack.
I don't think
Yeah.
about schools
I mean,
in my head.
neither.
So,
To me, same thing. Like to me, living in Lakeview, especially in certain pockets of Lakeview, is absolutely equivalent as living in Lincoln Park. Personally,
Mhm.
especially if you're doing
Yeah.
that.
or like West.
Yeah, that's
You
where
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
at.
Like,
I
I
think the
think it's
next
really
I
place,
nice.
love,
I'm like
West Town.
probably my
West
last
sounds so
high
nice.
rise for a while. When I'm old, I'll move back to high rise. I'll be that old lady pushing her dog on a stroller. knowing the door staff. But I think the next one would be, and I'm trying to figure that out because I currently live in West Loop. I used to live by the lake for a while. I'm trying to figure out how much I'm missing the lake, and then if I am, I'll be back in Lakeview or, sorry, Joseph, Lincoln Park. Or alternatively, most of my friends I moved live either in Ukrainian Village or Logan or Wicker, and Westtown. I love those neighborhoods,
Yeah.
and you get so much more for your money. It's just it's a little less convenient, right? There's like less grocery stores and less gyms and less like you're further from the lake and you're further from the highway in certain parts of it. So I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
I think we found the best pocket ever in River North. I just think it's so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your
great and
location's really
convenient.
good.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's
Yeah.
still like very quiet residential. You have all those
Mhm.
beautiful single family homes in River North,
Yeah.
which are
But you're still
astronomical.
pretty close to like stuff too, because once you go further west to like Kingsbury, Larrabee,
It's
it
it's
takes you a little
far.
longer to get
Mhm.
out. You're still right there where you're right by where
Superior
the
and
green
Orleans.
door is.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love that location.
Mhm.
I feel like people don't like that location for some reason. Like people are like, oh, that's like, I don't know. Like I feel like
I guess Chicago is very busy. And,
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago and
Yeah.
Orleans where stuff always goes down too.
Right. But
no, but I love Superior's like one of my favorite streets.
yeah, and like
Mhm.
Huron's really nice over
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Erie's really
Erie.
nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
The
agree.
park is right there. You guys love a park.
we
It's not Lincoln
sure
Park, but it's the
do.
park.
Not big enough.
It's not big enough.
Doesn't have
There's
enough
no
trees.
lake. Although if you go out on my
There's no-
balcony and you
There's the river.
really lean over, you can see this much of lake.
Oh.
Lake views.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, wait. There was something that I thought that I wanted to get everyone's opinion on. What is your guys' opinion? Speaking of like the renovation piece, like renovating for just yourself and like because you are going to live there and enjoy it, or like do you not think that it's worth renovating unless it's gonna like increase the value of your home?
Always for you to enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I think.
like
too.
it's your house still.
yeah,
It's a little crazy. We've all been to those homes where a seller's like, I put in $250,000 renovation. You're like, okay, but you're not getting it back.
yeah.
Because your
because
taste
that's not.
sucks.
Yeah, or even if it's nice, like it's not a dollar for dollar. People be like,
Right.
yeah, but look at this Lightology fixture, and I'm like,
Yeah.
amazing, but no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
It's like they it's like all of the light pictures are Restoration Hardware.
Yeah,
it's
like, okay,
well,
cool.
Restoration Hardware makes mistakes too.
Yeah.
Like I don't
You
like,
can take them with you.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so like as long as you're not expecting to get every dollar for it, I think it's still your space, it's your home. It should be dictating your taste first. You can do it with resale value in mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like maybe, getting a sub-zero appliances in like a $400,000 condo is not the best thing, you know.
Right.
So but
You're not gonna get your money back.
yeah,
for
but like
it.
go nuts with like cabinets and finishes and bathrooms and everything.
Yeah, and making it
Yourself.
something your home where you
Mhm.
enjoy being
Yeah.
and don't like worry about
Yeah.
oh well if I put wallpaper up like somebody's not gonna like this. It's like who cares?
Or like when people ask like, should I do a bathtub or a shower? And I'm like, what do you like
Yeah.
more, a bathtub or a shower? Like nobody really cares that much.
Yeah.
Unless like a single family home that you can potentially have like a baby and yeah, make sure you have one tub.
Bathtub.
But other than that, just
Go
nuts.
I will always keep, no matter what we renovate, I will always make sure that there's at least one bathtub.
Mhm.
Like I think about that. Even though we don't
Yeah.
use the bathtub, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to not have a bathtub in one of the bathrooms.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's more about the budget, though. It's more about the value of the condo overall. So if you buy something for $300,000-$400,000, I don't think it matters that much.
yeah.
To be honest, like yeah, you can do the renovations. I mean, first of all, if you live in a $300,000 condo, you can afford a $250,000 renovation.
Right. Oh yeah.
You
oh
know,
my god, that would be
so-
insane.
Yeah, I mean, and also, what is your plan for the property? For example, Joe will always keep his condo as investment, right? They're not even thinking about selling the place.
Right. Like that's how I feel about my condo. Cause like I'm getting a new laundry machine and a new stove. And I'm like, should I just get a new fridge too? Cause like
What's
I
a
said, my
laundry machine?
washer and dryer.
Oh, when you call it's called a laundry machine if you're talking about the combo.
Oh no, it's
The-
stacked.
Washing machine and a dryer.
Oh,
Both.
I've never
the
heard it
combo
called-
is like combo washer.
but I've
dryer.
never heard it called a laundry machine.
Oh really?
I was like, which one are you talking about?
Oh, both.
Where are you from?
Indiana.
There you go. That's why.
wow, you've been nice to Katie for like total of 10 minutes.
I
He's
think,
trying
I
to
think
find
that's and I
something
think
else
that's
nice.
generous.
That's-
It's given like 100 days without accident.
Yeah. Your insurance
Interesting.
premium will go down. But anyway, my point is like, yeah, if I'm keeping my unit as a rental property when I move out, I want everything to be like working
Yeah.
and in good condition so that I don't have to deal with it again for my future tenant. And like I would like to live with the new appliances for a little while and enjoy them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then by the time I move out, they're whatever, 1, 2, however many years old. And then it's basically new for a renter.
And
You
you're
know what I
gonna, in that case, you're always gonna make sure that it's like a full size washer and dryer. You're not gonna be like, oh, let me get the
mean? Oh, yeah.
cheap
yeah.
little one.
Yeah.
Because I want
Because I'll save money now.
Yeah.
But then when you have a renter, you resell it. Someone's gonna look at that and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
my
I mean-
experience with investors overall, there are two types of investors. First type is like they purchase the investment property and they completely gut it, and they don't want to deal with a phone call on a Sunday. The stove doesn't work type of thing. They
Mhm.
everything is remodeled, and they forget about it for the next probably 5 to 6 years and
Yeah.
few rounds of renters. The other one is they kind of patch it up and are willing to deal if they have a crew. Basically, if they're more larger scale investor and they have a crew fixing stuff, they don't care if like, oh, the microwave doesn't work. Let me call my guy. He can go
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
a microwave right away. So it really depends. In your case, I personally think that why not enjoy it?
Yeah, right?
Although
Agree.
we've all seen the condos with interesting renovations. When you walk in and you're like, if you were to do that, you should have kept it forever.
Yeah.
Because like I showed something, where was it? I think it might have been at 505 Lakeshore, where you walk in
Mm-hmm.
and there is a bedroom and there's a bathroom to the left, but then there's another separate freestanding tub in front of the window in the bedroom. I think I shared it on my stuff.
Yes, I remember this.
And it was filled with water too, and they're showing. And I was like, how long was that water sitting there?
That's
And, like,
disgusting.
Yeah. And I'm like, huh,
Ew.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah.
like you have to find somebody who really wants to take a bath while looking at the lake just as much as you did.
Yeah.
That's the only way you will ever sell it.
Was this they had marble floors?
Yes, they
Yes,
had
I
and
remember
it
this.
looked like very like Eastern European
Yes.
rich. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I heard about that unit and that it was not all legal what was going on.
Yeah,
there.
I'm like, how do you even put a bathtub in there? There's no water line. Like where?
well, that's
what-
why the bathtub's still filled.
Oh, so they're taking like
With the
buckets.
buckets.
That's what I'm imagining. Like,
Let's
Oh
give it Eastern Europe for
my.
sure.
Taking a shower on the front lawn there. All right.
all right.
Next story.
All right, sorry
Next
about your
one.
plumbing issues, Bob, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever your name was. Sorry, you're just gonna have to
Sell. I don't
get
know.
it fixed. I don't know.
Well, $15,000.
Down the drain, literally.
Literally.
Love it.
Okay, so this one it was actually a very long post, but thank God they did a TLDR, so I'm just gonna read that.
A what?
A
Too
what?
long, didn't read.
Okay.
Joe's a millennial. Anyway,
We're old,
I
bro.
think we
old
all are
joke.
millennials, no? Katie?
You're from Indiana. That's worse.
What is the cutoff of millennials?
ugh, it's
1990.
97.
no, it's
Five?
conflicting. It's between 1995 and 1996, and I'm October 1995.
Okay, well,
I'm
I'm
80 I'm
November
88.
94,
So,
so
like-
I'm like right there on the cusp.
You were born in 1994.
Yeah. But November 30th, so I'm like a month before the end of the year.
I'm
Right,
80.
that's
I'm
what
88.
saying.
So
Like,
what am I?
I'm a month. Like
You're
if the
millennial.
cutoff is 1995, I'm October 1995. So like I'm basically 1996, which is
What's
Gen
after millennial?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Okay.
Not that I guess I would want to be Gen Z. They're kind of annoying, but anyway.
Boo.
Okay. I used a real estate agent to buy my condo last year. She was nice, but not great. Now I'm selling with someone else, and the old agent keeps reaching out with calls, texts, emails, a personalized gift with my name spelled wrong. I didn't feel like I owed her the listing, but now I feel guilty. Do I respond again, explain, or just
Is it
ignore?
above me? I sent so many gifts.
No, but this one said this person listed their place with another realtor, and then
Oh,
then they got the anniversary gift, which they on the gift that was sent, it was like there was an invoice slip in the package that showed when the agent ordered it, and it was a month after the anniversary and like 4 days after the condo was listed with another person. So this person's like, obviously the agent saw that it was
Well,
listed with
maybe
someone
or
else.
maybe not, because a lot of times I buy client gifts in bulk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
usually. So she could have bought it before and just like not checked it. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's what
yeah,
this,
it's a
the
gray
post was saying.
line.
He was like, is it a coincidence
Mm.
or is it not? But now I guess the agent's like hounding him and like reaching out, which also like,
I don't think
Once
you're
the
allowed to
listing
do that.
is live, like
Yeah.
it's gone.
You can't
there's
solicit,
there's
yeah.
nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Cancel it.
Yeah.
So block the agent and keep the gifts.
Exactly. Hopefully
yeah.
they were nice. But what do you guys think about when your old clients don't use you again?
No,
Joe's like,
never
it's never
happens.
happened.
Okay.
But
well,
on the flip side, I just went through this. I met with someone who wanted to list their place, and they did a flip. So they bought it with somebody else, like did 3 months of renovations or whatever, and now they want to sell it, and they invited me for a listing presentation. But I took it upon myself to be like, you bought this 3 months ago, like why aren't you going to use that agent? Like, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes, and I don't want to get any backlash. Also, I want to know what your expectations are. If someone didn't meet those expectations, like what can I do better or whatnot? Anyway, turns out
Their old agent is like old.
yeah. Did I tell you this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I just think I don't think it has to be as awkward as people make it out
No,
to be.
it's
It's just
fine.
an
I
open
think it's
conversation,
fine.
and like you have an asset that you want money for. It's your decision. If someone doesn't use me, I mean, I say this on my Instagram all the time. I'm like, you don't have to use me, but I can almost guarantee that after you close, like it would have been a better experience with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't think I will put money down that you're not going to close with me, buy or sell, and then be like, oh, I regret that. Like, I just heard about someone who they closed with an agent, and the HOA, there were like restrictions that they didn't know about because their agent
I've
didn't
heard
find
about
it
that,
or
yeah.
their attorney didn't find it. And I'm like, what? Like, that's so baseline that like, if that's a reason to get pissed, but that's never going to happen with agents like
No.
us. Like,
No.
that is so elementary to not find out about like some kind of
Mhm.
restrictions with
I-
HOA.
I feel like I agree with you. It's not as deep. It has happened to me twice, I think. I mean, it's impossible to be liked by everyone. Sometimes it may be
Yeah.
just like a personality, like you think you did everything right. And then another thing to point out too, how many real estate agents do we know? Like, I mean, I think
Yeah.
like an average person knows at least like 10 real estate agents. If you don't, you probably live in a cave. And
Yeah.
at every point, we try to do our best and we try to reach out and send gifts. And because it is awkward to follow up like years later and be like, hey, like, do you still like the condo? Like, I have a big book of business, and it's every year it's getting more and more challenging to touch base with somebody creatively without being too annoying.
Mhm.
And during that time, they could be making a friend, they could be meeting their neighbor, they could be getting introduced to
Mhm.
somebody else. So sometimes it just may
Right.
happen that I reached out, but then they went to a yoga class with somebody and became friends, and that kind of worked out too.
Yeah.
So
And
it is what
it's-
it is. It sucks, but it is
so,
what it is.
the field is oversaturated with
Yeah.
real estate agents. How many are they in Chicago? Probably like what? Not in Chicago, in Illinois, I believe there are like 16, 17,000 agents.
Yeah.
And it's a lot
It's
of
a lot.
freaking agents,
A lot.
though. Granted, 90% of the transactions are done by 5% of the agents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have been dropped like halfway through a process, maybe, but like it's usually always because like, oh, I have a family friend who wants me to use their agent. Like I
Mhm.
feel
Yeah.
obligated to
Yeah.
use, my mom's boyfriend who's
Yeah.
an agent. And
Or
I'm like,
sometimes
okay,
expectations are not realistic. I had a client who didn't list with me, and I thought her number was too high, and they already had 3 price drops, and they're still too high, I think, and it's still sitting there, and it's been sitting at that last number for 45, 60 days, I guess. So, we do show places in person. We don't do lock boxes. We don't do keys with door staff. I would love to help you, but I'm not just going to be showing this place for 300 days every week and without any result out of it.
I think that's an important point to make too. Like I do feel like when people go out for listing presentations or when agents have listing presentations, a lot of times the seller is coerced into an agent who's saying like, oh, I can get you this price and it's much higher than market value. Whereas like in that case that you're talking about, like if you priced it correctly or maybe a little bit under and could have got close to what they wanted anyway with multiple offers or whatever. But like, I think a lot of times people get swindled by like, oh my gosh, I can get you 550 right off the bat if we list it for that, when really it's worth 500.
Literally.
It's desperation, though. Like
Yeah.
the majority of the listing agents who will take
Yeah.
a listing that it's like with unrealistic expectation from the seller, they're just desperate for business. if I have like 3 clients and I'm basically out of money, and somebody's like, "Hey, can you overprice this place and show it?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
I mean, I need money.
Maybe I'll talk you into it later. Maybe we'll find like a person who doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
This is an important question to vet your list, your agent that you'll be working with listing your place. Is like, hey, how much business do you do? You know, if you're close, like if you have like 3 closings and it's August for the year, and it's August right now, this is clearly this person is desperate, or that's a part-time job.
Yep.
You don't want to use an agent with a part-time job. Again, I'm not shitting on it. Like you might be like, I don't know, working like full-time something else, might be bartending on the side or anything, but at the end of the day, we do that for a living. We do that 24/7. So
But I also think like there is like even in Chicago, if there's 16,000 agents and they're the top 10% of agents do 90% of the deals or whatever it is, that's still a lot of like really good agents.
Yeah, there's
You know
still
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of
So,
really
like,
good ones.
there's, even though we're all good agents and like we perform well for our clients, like there's still very
Yeah.
good and like heavy
agree.
competition.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do lose a listing, or sometimes you are listing a property and then, you know, so your client goes to a yoga class and then their friend says, "Oh, so and so just sold my house," and then they cancel your listing agreement and go with them. Like it happens.
literally
all the time.
happens.
Like, and yeah, if you're, I mean, I've had it happen a handful of times where people have bought with me and then list with someone else, but it's like also when they bought with me, I was brand new, and then maybe along the line they got introduced to someone who has more experience, or you know, whatever, has more experience than I had when they were working with me.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's just like there's a lot of things you can't control, and like you're always growing and getting better, and you just have to take every situation as a learning lesson.
act gracefully though. I mean,
Yeah.
you lose
Yeah.
a listing
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, don't go like
Don't
Yeah,
go.
I don't
sending
like
this
that
person
either.
gifts and calling them and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it is
You-
what it is. It
you can
happens.
have
it
a
already
com-
happened. It
Yeah,
already
yeah,
happened.
you-
You should have been doing that
Previous.
previously. Maybe it would have changed something.
You can have a very normal conversation. Be like, hey, I completely understand. I lost your business. If things don't work out with this particular listing agent that is currently listing your condo, please come back to me and give me another chance.
I thought you cannot reach out legally if they signed something with them. Like if they have a listing agreement, you can't solicit
Yeah.
anymore, right?
I'm not sure.
That's
though,
at least
to
how
be
I
honest.
understood it.
I'm really not sure,
There
to be
is
honest.
a rule about that. I don't know the exact.
Mm,
Is that for buyer now exclusive
Yeah.
agreements
that
too?
yeah.
too.
So if somebody calls you
Ooh.
from like Zillow and they're like, "Oh, actually, I do have an agreement," you can't.
Yeah, you like
Uh,
can't give them any advice or like do
anything.
anything.
Got
Be
it.
like,
Yeah, my answer to that is if somebody say, hey, I'm working with another agent, if things don't work out, please let me know. That's my number. I'm available 24/7 for you. That's it. End
Yeah.
of conversation.
I also think to your point where you're saying like the top 10% of agents. So there are a lot of other agents out there, and I would rather lose my client to another good agent
Yeah.
because let's say I have a buyer for that same listing.
Yeah.
I want to work with that agent, not a shitty one. So if I
Yeah.
lose a
True.
listing to Anastasia, but then I have a buyer for that listing, I want to have a transaction with her
Exactly.
anyway because she's good.
Exactly.
There's nothing worse than going under contract with an agent who you have to like coach them through or
Yeah.
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
like a
or
discount broker who never picks up the phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of times that happens, but yeah, I agree with you. Go with somebody else that's good, have a good experience. To comment on the seller's specific question, I don't think you should feel bad about it.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
You
if
have
it
the
makes you feel
product.
uncomfortable, you can almost say that like you can actually point it out and be like, hey, like I appreciate everything. I'm just working with someone else right now.
Yeah.
That's I don't think it's terrible.
Well, Joe made a good point. I mean, overall, we're out for ourselves as brokers, but we're in it together as an industry. And the more competent brokers are out there, the better Chicago looks overall, and
Mhm.
more business in the long term. We all do more business that way because more people find it more appealing to
That's a
come to
very good
Chicago.
point.
Yep.
That's a very good point.
And I think sometimes like agents get in their head of like, I'm the best, like I'm gonna give you the best service. It's like, I know like if any of my clients worked with any of you that I'm sitting with
Yeah.
now, let alone anyone in our office, let alone the other top 10% of agents out there, like my client would probably have a good experience. Like
Yeah.
there's a like you really, as long as
Yeah.
you're not like working with
Yeah.
Sally Joe's like, you know, cousin's husband's ex-wife or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's you'll
But
probably have a good experience.
There is a
You know?
reason we and another 7 or 8 companies are top 10% in Chicago.
Yeah.
There's a
of
reason.
course.
It's
And I
work. It's work ethic.
I think that a lot of it, when it comes down, I completely agree with you in terms of there are a lot of good agents that will provide you a good service, when it all comes down to comparing, you'll just pick somebody that you like personally.
Right.
Mhm.
So
It's personality.
you were good, but I also do yoga with you and you're more of my friend, or I like you because you're more bubbly. I like you because you're more direct. I feel like all four of us have very different personalities. And I feel like there is a client for each person that will gravitate more towards,
Right.
you know, each specific person.
Well,
and
and
there's
also-
nothing wrong with that.
You two speak multiple languages. So
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah.
thing that's something I cannot offer a client no matter my
can
work
coach you. I
ethic,
can
my
teach you.
personality. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
cannot.
It's
Yeah.
not, I can't compete with that. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. And so, it is what it is. Anyway, all right,
just
let's
said that.
choose our last adventure for our last
Okay, what do we got?
session.
Oh
Submission.
gosh, my therapy
Okay.
should be.
Option number 1, what to do with neighbors who are trespassing.
Oh.
Jail.
Option number 2, should we walk away? Sellers not wanting to repair a plumbing issue.
Yes.
That one.
That
Right?
one.
Okay.
Trespassing is boring.
Call the cops.
Call the
Okay, wait, but I
Uh-huh.
just
Kick
wanted
them out.
I wanted to just read one sentence from this because it made me laugh. Now I have a neighbor who's coming into my backyard when I'm not home and is drinking tall boys in my backyard and leaving his trash behind.
That sounds like Indiana type of problem.
You took the words right out of my mouth. That is.
Okay, it seems like something that could happen in Ukraine as well.
We
I
don't have
know.
tall boys.
Oh, never mind.
We
We
don't have-
drink out
we-
of 3-liter bottles.
we don't have backyards. No, we cannot. Joke's on you. We're poor.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's not an East Coast problem.
No.
I understand. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Should we walk away? Sellers not wanting to repair a plumbing issue. Okay, so we have only purchased one home before, and it was almost 20 years ago, and it was in Arizona. We're now trying to buy in North Carolina. We found a house we really loved in a great neighborhood. They accepted our offer that was $10,000 below asking. The comps in the house were 570 to 600, and we offered 585. We were the first showing, and they agreed to a 21-day close. Inspection was today and full of minor issues: a broken burner on the stove, 20-year-old roof, HVAC equipment that's end of life, etc. The only thing that really concerns us is a toilet that is actively leaking into the basement. We asked that they repair that, and they said no because they already lowered the price. Is this a reason to walk? Any
Yes.
thoughts?
Yes, I think it is. Well,
Are we
depends
as,
on how much you like the house, but I think they should address it.
is it
because-
as is?
Well, if they don't address it, then they have to go back on the market with the leaking toilet. There will be no human being on this planet Earth that will be okay and be like, yeah, sure, because it's not only it's leaking now and we are closing tomorrow, it's going to keep leaking for 21 days. It's going to keep leaking in the drywall. It's going to accumulate mold. It's going to drip from the basement ceiling on the basement floor. There's not a single person that will be okay with it. So you have to, don't know how much you like the house. I think if this is the seller who is not willing to fix something like that, then yes, you should walk away. Unless it's like a minor drip, then maybe, suck it up. And
That's a good point about it, like continuing to leak and drip into the
Yeah.
drywall and everything, and create bigger issues. Because if it is like, my first thought was like, okay, actually fixing a leaking toilet is like not that expensive. Like,
No.
who really cares? But to your point, it's gonna keep leaking while it's under contract and cause a bigger issue. And if the seller either goes back on the market or continues to live there, they're gonna want to fix it regardless. So like,
Yeah.
why are they being annoying?
Well,
literally
and you have to
100%.
disclose all water damage. So now that you know about that, don't you have
Yeah.
to update your disclosures or
I-
tell everybody
yeah.
about it?
Yeah.
I would need to like almost see, like, because it could be like a little drip. It could be like actual leaking. I think that will change my answer a little bit. But all in all, I think
But
seller
even
has
if
to
it
get
is
over
a little
themselves.
drip that's leaking into the basement, it still would cause water
True,
damage.
true.
Maybe not
Yeah.
as much, but
Mhm.
regardless,
Yeah,
even if it is smaller, then it's a cheaper fix.
exactly.
And it's cheaper to fix it now than later.
Exactly. This
Did-
is one thing, even in SS deals, that I'll always push back on. If there is
Plumbing
active
issues,
leak,
for
Yes.
sure.
like
Yeah.
fix it, because it will continue to be a problem during this whole time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like-
most of the time, people don't know about it. They want to fix it. Nobody wants to live with the leak.
And the seller agent, like, talk to your sellers because what, you want to go back on the market and show it again?
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
It was
already
their
under
first
contract.
showing, though.
Huh?
It was their first showing.
Yeah, but like you're
Oh.
gonna relist unless they
Even if
want.
you relist, it's gonna go for less.
Unless they're probably thinking that maybe they will get more money. I think
But,
this is
like,
the only thing
that's
that
what
makes sense.
Everybody always thinks
Yeah.
like, Well, the first time we went on the market, we had
Yes.
so much interest. It's like,
Yeah.
well, it's different now
Yeah.
because you have a canceled contract and everyone's going to be like, what's going on? What's
And
going
you're like,
on?
oh,
And you'll be lucky to get list price.
I feel like there's hardly
Or the
anything that pisses me off more is when you ask somebody, it's like, what happened? And they're like, things just didn't work out. And I'm like, that's not the answer. Like,
Fire
can you actually tell me
financing.
what happened? Like, you have to tell me what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
always like, oh, they couldn't get financing. Yeah.
I'm like, the building's a disaster and
Yeah.
everything is falling apart, but it's a great home. You should-
The way that I would try to save this deal is get a contractor there tomorrow and be like, hey, listen, give me what's the price
yeah.
to fix it? Estimate $4,000. Cool. Can we get some kind of credits for that? Yes or no? If the answer is no, can we get a little bit of a lower price? Maybe if they really, really, really like the house and they drop $10,000 instead of $585, can we go $589?
And
Mhm.
yeah.
Get $4,000
Yeah,
credit.
so then it's the same net for the
Because
seller.
it's not going to change your monthly payment that much for $4,000 over 30 years on whatever percent interest
Especially
rate.
if you
I
said
think
that,
it's in
yeah.
the best interest of both parties probably to try to work it out. But
Try to
like,
work it out,
don't
yeah.
just accept what they're taking.
Because
It-
a lot of times when we read this Reddit submissions, people are being very unreasonable. This person is being very reasonable.
Yeah.
They said that appliances are old, the roof is old.
Yeah, they're not
They're like
asking
little-
for any of
Yeah,
that stuff.
exactly.
Which
I
they
would
could go
be-
back on the market and get more money, and somebody could care about that stuff.
Exactly.
So-
Somebody might mention the roof.
right.
Roof
Yeah.
is a $15,000 job.
And
That
also,
might be
like-
that might be a $2,000 fix.
Fixing the leaking toilet, like I don't even think it would be that much. Like my clients got they just closed on this house, and the bathroom, the sellers redid the bathroom. Whoever redid it did a shitty job and like didn't seal the shower door properly, and basically there was mold all in like the tile and
Yep.
the wall, so they had to like rip out part of the shower, retile it.
Yep.
It was like
That's expensive.
That is
it was like
expensive.
$5,000.
So the one from my limited experience with plumbing overall and leaking toilets on second floors is the contractor won't be able to give you an exact price until they open the drywall underneath.
Mm.
Yeah, to see.
And then also when it comes to it, they might have a leak behind the toilet with the pipes behind it.
Mm.
So it might turn into a $10,000 job. It might be a
It might be as
$2,000
easy
job.
as like sealing the toilet. Too.
Correct.
Like you never,
Yeah.
you don't know
correct.
until
But
you.
how
actually
long
get it.
how long that toilet has been leaking? That's one of the biggest questions. So
Yeah.
if it has been leaking for a year, that might be a huge problem because they have to cut off a lot of the drywall
Yeah.
underneath, change the toilet, change the pipes, change the drywall, like,
Yeah.
and that's a labor, and that's a lot of work.
That's
though.
exactly why you do the inspection. So that
This is
you-
why you buy new construction.
Okay, we were hating so much on new
That-
construction. I felt so attacked.
but also another thing with that is inspectors have moisture meters.
Right, and they can
So
see.
so
what areas are
when
wet.
they gun the ceiling, they can see if there's any kind of moisture accumulation. If there's a lot of moisture accumulation, which it will show
Yeah.
if that's an active,
and I
really
think it did
big
show.
active leak.
Yeah, because
So-
they said it is
it
leaking.
was leaking into the basement.
I
yeah.
would say the seller should fix it. If they're being difficult, you have to bring in your plumber to get like a good, better, worst scenario. And then you either get credit, but I agree with Nick. I would rather increase the purchase price and get them to fix it with the plumber that you got the quote with because
Mhm.
it's an active water leak if you truly love the house. Otherwise, sometimes the sellers are just being unreasonable and the whole transaction will be a nightmare. So yeah, maybe
Right,
walking
and the
away could
other
be a better
thing
way.
to think about too is like they said the comps for the house were between 570 and 600. They got it
Mhm.
for 585. So like you
Yeah.
do have a little bit of room where like yeah, you don't want to pay more than what you're under contract for, of course, but you do have a little bit of room that the sale price shows a little bit higher. It's not gonna like screw you
Mhm.
when you go to sell, and it's not gonna look like you overpaid because the comps were aligned and you have a little bit of a higher ceiling. But yeah, this is what we call in the industry getting creative. Like increase the purchase price, ask for a credit, like whatever, different ways to like figure out how to bring the deal together or like put money in escrow. Like if you can't get a plumber in or
That's a
if
good
you
one.
can't figure out what the whole problem is, put $5,000 in escrow. And then if it's only a $2,000 repair, then the seller gets a $3,000
Yeah.
back or whatever. You know, like there's a bunch of different scenarios and ways you can be creative and make the
Yeah.
deal come together instead of just like
And this
Also-
is exactly where you need the agents. This
Yes.
this is exactly where we come in because you have to talk to the other side because the other side will be advocating for their side, you're advocating for the buyer. You work something out in the middle that
Mhm.
kind of keeps everyone sort of happy because it's impossible to keep everyone happy. obviously the happiest scenario for seller would be not doing anything, which that's what they're trying to do, but
Right.
you have to find a way together. So I feel like just as much as negotiating, finding the properties and educating you on the process, you have to find somebody who can think outside of the box and have
Right.
this type of
Because
situation.
this is a lot of times where things fall apart and where you need a good agent and or a good attorney, depending on what state you live
Yeah.
in, because we can help you come up with these, like ideas
Mhm.
of things that you can do to keep the deal together and like make it fair and everyone happy.
Yeah, because a lot of
Where-
times they'll be like, oh, well, they didn't agree. Sorry.
Yeah. And it's really important too that your agent like is not or attorney are not emotional, because the sellers and the buyers are so emotional. Like they're like, well, this is my home. Like, why would I want to
Mhm.
do this? And this buyer's like, well, I want the home to be perfect and blah, blah, blah. And you really need someone who's going to like talk you off the ledge. Like I've had so many scenarios where the agent gets so emotional
This
and I'm
is
like,
the worst.
listen,
This is what
Listen.
kills the deal.
it's what kills the deal. Agents and attorneys getting emotional because you're like taking on your client's emotions
Mhm.
of like everything under the sun. And it's like, listen, like your client wants to sell this house. My client wants to buy this house. We both want it to be fair. I don't want to like, take your client through, what am I trying to say? Like,
I mean, you
hang
should
them out.
be-
You don't want to hang my buyer out to dry. I don't want to like
Yeah.
rob your client for all they're worth. I just want it to be fair. Like, let's just work on it
In
together.
certain scenarios, it's better for you to be an emotional sponge. Let him like just vent.
Yeah,
to you, and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, and you're like, yeah, I hear your frustration.
Yeah, but
this
as
is
a
really
professional,
bad.
you should be doing that to your buyer and seller. You should
Right.
really not be doing
But
it to another real estate
sometimes-
professional.
Well, yeah,
you
but
know?
also sometimes agents fuel their client's fire.
Yeah,
You know what I
That's the
mean?
worst.
I've been
Like-
guilty of that. I've been guilty of that too.
I was gonna say
I've
in the
been
beginning.
guilty of that. Yeah.
I think this is important to bring up that we were talking about earlier. Like part-time agents who do 3 deals a year are more likely to get emotional about their deal maybe crumbling than somebody
Yeah.
who does 15, 20, 25 million dollars a year, because we have other shit in the docket and we kind of have to go into that mode of like, this is what we're going to do. This is the best way forward. Whereas like, it's because it's not all, we have other shit
It's
to
not
do.
all writing on the one deal.
Yes.
So you can be more objective.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I heard somewhere, I don't remember exactly where, but a point that you work for a client to some extent, but you work for the deal. Like your job is to keep this deal.
Yes.
Once they secure the house, you supposed to keep it together. If as long as it's not working against your client, this is your job. So you have to step away from being emotional. You have to find the path to the solution for this specific deal. If it still works for your client, to take it to the finish line.
Mhm.
And then it may involve you getting screamed at by your buyer, your seller, the attorney, the other agent, and the other agent should really be working for the same exact deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's where it gets tricky. Where
Also, in this
everyone's,
situation, how skinny is the inventory though?
Yeah, we don't know what market this
Can
is.
we? In North
Carolina.
North Carolina.
I mean,
between-
what time of year?
Between 550 and 600, what time of the year? If there is another 6 or 7 houses on the market, walk all of them with your client. Do a little bit more work. See everything else and be like, hey, if this is actually the best house currently available on the market, let's try to keep it together.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll cough up, I don't know, $1,000 just to save the deal. Maybe we'll split something with the other agent. Maybe the sellers will give a little bit up, give a little bit ground for, I don't know, maybe a credit or something. Also, we don't know, are they buying cash or no? Because if there is no loan involved, you don't have that $4,000 or $5,000 to play with. It's all about cash at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. We can't really speculate too much on the ins and outs of the situation, but
And
I
there's
think overall we gave good advice.
there's no saying that once you're under contract, you can't keep looking at places.
Mhm.
You can't keep offering on places.
Can't keep
I had this almost exact situation about an electric panel where we couldn't come to terms on like the amount of repair. It actually ended up coming out of the listing agent commission to meet in the middle on a credit. But I was like, listen, while this gets drawn out, like this just came on the market. It's very similar. We're in a similar price point. Like,
Mhm.
let's go see it. You're not like pinned down to anything until you fucking are out of attorney review, really.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Correct.
So if you're still negotiating like credit stuff and you see something come on the market in your price range
Yeah.
and you want to go for it, listen, that's your
It's
prerogative.
it's more work for you, but I think that's in the best
Well,
interest
I
of the
hate
client.
FOMO for people, and I feel like in our day and age, I don't want my client to be like, "Oh, shoot, only if I sell this place." Like, yeah, let's go see it.
Yep.
Like, I want you to be sure. I want you to feel good
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah. I just did that with a client last week. But anywho, I think that's our show.
You wanna-
That's
Good.
our show.
You want to do the hillbilly or the hillbilly
No, we
story
already
or
did
no?
a hillbilly.
The
Just call
what?
the cops.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
What's a
he
hillbilly?
did.
The
he
hillbilly
did
story.
Call 311, and he's like the non-emergency police line, and he said that it hasn't been helping. So he's like, should I install cameras? Like,
What are you gonna do with the camera?
Scare
Just get
the
a dog
person?
or something.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, get one of those
Like a German
big
Shepherd.
dogs. Yeah. Next time chasing
But
his
I
ass
don't
over the
think
fence.
I think the house is vacant, so like I don't think like you can't really leave the dog unattended. As such.
Leave some food there.
Puts like barbed wire around the fence, but then everyone coming to look at his house would be like, why is there barbed wire?
Just move out of
You're
Indiana,
like, no,
and
it's
that
just
won't be a
Billy
problem.
from next door likes to drink his tall boys here. He's
Yeah,
really nice.
It's
guy.
like my yard is just way better than his. So. All right. Well, thanks
Okay.
for listening
Thank
or watching.
you.
Or
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. That was episode
Peace.
7?
7?
Seven.
Lucky
Seven.
number 7.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll see you at Crazy 8.
bye.
Bye.